So here is my March box. It's a box where I put everything I want to use or I might use to decorate my March book. I prepare boxes like these for every month. I have a big box with like everything, junk journal stuff, and then I have this little box for, well, things that don't take up too much room. Like there's no fabric and stuff in here, just paper and yeah, just paper basically. Some napkins, well, some lace. I think it sort of slipped through the cracks. But bookmarks, pages from books, all that stuff. So I'm going to start prepping my March book. And this is it. It's going to take the place of my February book as the front half of my setup. Can you see anything? It feels so dark. Okay, so I don't know where to start, but we'll get there. I have a pair of scissors. I have, or should have, a glue stick. Yes. And the first thing I want to say is that I have quite a few rolls of washi tape in my stash, but I try to wean myself off them because it really feels like this unnecessary thing. I mean, if you want to use them, go ahead and use them. I'm not, you know, bashing anyone, but I feel like, well, how to say this? I'm more inspired by like book pages like this, where I can, well, things that make my book unique. I love washi tape because it's an easy way of embellishing a page. Let's see, am I going to cut? Yes, I'm going to cut all of it. It brightens up a page, it's easy to use, easy to store, easy to find. But it is plastic and glue, and I already use such a lot of glue because I'm not big on sewing. So I feel kind of bad, and I don't want to buy new washi tape, basically. So I'm trying to find, or actually I'm not even trying, I just stumbled on this idea to cut up strips of book pages, colorful book pages, and use instead. So I'm using this side. But I'm cutting on this side. I don't know, it felt easier for some reason because this pattern is more like squares and stuff. I don't know, easier to see where to cut. But I'm going to show you how I use these as washi tape to make borders in my journaling section. And you know, it's a bit more hassle because you have to apply the glue yourself. And you don't get to buy those gorgeous washi tapes with, well, like Van Gogh or gold embossing. I don't know. There is so much beauty in the world, but I can't buy everything. I mean, I do value things that are sort of more like found objects that I've repurposed and recycled. And this is one way of doing that. And this is from a book about something, art, scrapbooking, something. And March for me is pink. That's why I've chosen a pink book. And this is a recycled bookmark. that I bought secondhand. And in the back here, I have my journaling section where I put washi tape already because I have rolls that I need to use up. Trying to rationalize. But these, you can use these the same way. So this is too broad. So this is a washi tape, and I can, to make it more unique and more uniquely mine, I can add something. So I don't only use the washi tape, I also use something else that is unique to me. I like that. This is what, maybe not this page. Let's see. Do we have maybe this one? Maybe not. These back pages might not be the right place for it. Maybe this. I mean, I might put bookmarks here instead. Oh. Blank page. Good. Let's see. What if I take two of these, one on either side? I'm not loving it. Well, this is good PR for my idea right there. Maybe this one is a bit more. Yeah, I like this better because it's not as dark. Because against its white background, I like it to be a bit, well, bright, you know. And as I said, March is pink for me, and this was a bit old, and I don't want to deal with that right now, so I'm going to grab another one. What was I saying? Yes, March is pink, and I associate it with candy. I don't know, maybe because in Swedish it's called mush, and that's the beginning of the word marsipan, marzipan. I don't know if that's why I associate it with candy, but also sometimes Easter is in March, so that might also be a reason. Yes, this works. So pink and candy, that's the theme every year for March, more or less. But no, I don't use images of candy, like not in a literal sense, but I like to embellish my books with stuff that reminds me of candy wrappers, like gold and crinkly paper, you know. So this is an alternative to washi tape, as I was saying. This is from a book about shabby chic interior design. So it might maybe here. But no, not. Maybe I shouldn't be using up these pages because in March I will have, it will house 5 weeks, because you know, every 3 months you have to have 5 weeks in your book if you change books every month and divide it by weeks. Anyway, so all of the sections take up more room because there are extra days, which means that there is less room for random journaling in the back. So maybe I shouldn't cover that area up with a lot of images like this. I can use that in my reflection section instead. So let's find a page where this hue fits. This hue of really like coral pink. This is such a, I've been using such, what's it called? Cold colors, apparently, when I inked it. So it doesn't really fit. Maybe it could fit on a green page, like this one. So what do? Do I cut this out or do I rip it? Maybe I rip it, because since you can't see the whole flower, if you cut it, it's really visible what's missing. But if you rip it, that sort of signals that it doesn't matter that things are missing, because you weren't being precious about it to begin with. Let's see, you don't want the border, no. The ribbon, yes, not the color palette. There you go, and this will become a bit like one of my reflection pages in my February book, which I have here. This one, I cut this out from a book about watercolor painting and put it here, so this will be similar, although this this shape doesn't really do it for me. I don't know, I guess I'll have to use layers of something to make this beautiful, because as it is, it just looks weird. Maybe I need to use less of it. I need to think and have some silver tea. I do like the color though, against the green. So just leafing to another page to see if things get better. Maybe up there, like that. But it's this, I don't like this, that is sort of, it's been eaten away. Maybe I should, I mean, one way is to cut like this, so that you have one half of the image here and then perhaps the other half over here. But you can't really see that it's a rose if you cut it in half. Maybe this sort of, this is sticking out too much. I love the, what's it called? The buds, but they make it so it looks weird. Unless I put something else there. I really don't know at the moment, so I'm gonna mull on it for a while. This I'm not going to use. This I might. You know, like just decoration like that. So this, as I said, this is instead of washi tape. This is instead of stickers or store-bought bookmarks, which I have. I have all those things, but you know, if you want to wean yourself off them or just have a bit of variety. I mean, it's I like that. It's inspiring to not use ready-made stuff as well, to change it up. I don't know. It's kind of, it's too brown to feel like March for me, so let's move on to something else. Oh, look at that. It's a scrapbooking a muffin, cupcake is what you call it nowadays. So I'm going to use that in its entirety, I think, because it's very much in line with my theme for March, which is, and not only candy, but, you know, goodies that you eat. Everything that is sweet and, yeah. Maybe in the back. Yes, I like that. Need to cut it down. I know, I mean, this is a compromise because I don't like my books to become too thick. So putting stuff in like this, whole pictures, really bulks them up. But I like it. And yeah, I think this one will just have to pass the test. Let's see. So this picture is from a second-hand book about scrapbooking. I'll put it there. So yeah, I'm trying to really get into the recycling frame of mind. I mean, look at this. This is from the same book, and this is a card that someone made, or a book or something. So this is their personal photo, which I don't want, but I do want all the flowers and stuff that they have put on the side there. So I start by removing the people. And what do I have? Let's see, go to the reflection section again. This could be very nice, yes. As a kind of, maybe not there, but on a more pink page. So I'm gonna cut off this sort of tattered edge there, so that it can follow the edge of the book. And let's see, do I want to keep this? Not really. I mean, I could, but I have so much in my stash that I need to well, not keep everything basically. I mean, it's not as easy to use as washi tape and stickers, because they're ready made to be, I mean, this is me repurposing something that someone else made to fit their, you know, wedding image or whatever it was. So I'm trying to find a new use for it, which means that it'll take more time than just whipping out a roll of tape. Maybe. Yeah, why not? But I think this brown stuff has to go. Well, yes, this is a start. It's not, I'm not super feeling it, so maybe it needs a focal point. Let's see what I have. Let's see if I have some bookmarks that are easy to use, just as they are. And these are all second-hand as well. I bought them at a yard sale a couple of years back. Yes. I mean, the problem that I can see right now is that this, it doesn't pop really, because the lighting or whatever, the hue of this image in the book, it's a bit grey. So it's not, I mean, if you compare it with this bookmark, that's really, the colours are like almost cardinal colours. This is not, but then again, this is supposed to be sort of in the background. So I'm going to write here. Let's just glue it down and stop second guessing, because that makes it, the process, so long. And I'm trying to be less afraid to muck it up. I mean, it's just paper, but I really do love when it turns out great. So when it doesn't, I really don't love it. So I tried to make it perfect. I never make it perfect, but you know, you keep on trying. Now, since I put something down here, it needs something up here, I think. So can I use the same page, oops, that I already used? I mean, I have this, let's see what happens if I cut this off, the brown border. It might work. And maybe tear this off. Keep the birds, because I'm hoping to see some, what are they called, migrant birds? The birds that come back in the spring. I'm hoping to see that soon. Maybe not in March, but in April, but never mind. At least this ties the page together. I'm not super in love with it, but I'll put more stuff on. There were pages in my February book that I didn't love, and then I put on more stuff, and then I loved it. I will show you in a second. This glue stick is also a bit old, so it doesn't really move easily across the page. There. Let's have a look. Which one was it? This one. Yes, I put these. This is from one of those adult coloring books, like a jungle theme or something. And I dyed the pages and I ripped them up and I put them as borders, and I didn't like it at all. Much like I don't like this. But then I put these bookmarks and these butterflies on, and suddenly, you know, it's not half bad. So you can always add stuff and see what happens. I'm going to leave that for the time being. I think I'm just going to check if she actually fits the color scheme. So I'm not much for babies, but this one I had as a child, and now I have it again because I bought it secondhand, because I gave all my bookmarks away. Long story. Really old tape that isn't needed. So it's got some nostalgic value, and also, as I said, the colors are actually perfect. So maybe I'll put her there. Yeah, why not? You know, this is something I'm working on, to just do it. If I have an idea, just do it, because, you know, if it turns out horrid, then I know. Then I tried it, and I know. And I won't do it again. Never put babies in the corner. But I've done it now. So I probably need something purple down here to pick up her purple dress. Not that one. We'll see if I come across something in my stash later. I don't think I have anything here right now. But that, I mean, this was unexpected. This was not what I set out to do with this page, but, you know, I have a look in my box and things happen. So, let's go back to this one and see if I can't make it work. You know what? If I rip this background away, maybe it looks better. I only keep the actual flower. Yeah, I think that's better. And also, maybe this ribbon doesn't really do anything. So, might use for something else, but yeah, it's starting to look better. But maybe no. The thing is, what I will be doing on these reflection pages, as I said, reflection section, is to write about things that inspire me, things and people. So there's kind of a heading up here, and then I reflect and write into boxes here, and then I write some kind of application or summary, you know, what do I take with me going forward. So there needs to be some room for the heading and the motto, or whatever you want to call it, down here, and for journaling in these boxes. So I can sort of use up some room up here, because, you know, I'm not going to write a lot of stuff up there, but here I like to keep my options open. I like to have some journaling space. So maybe, yeah, I also need to work on my fear of sort of wasting things. Like if I cut this off, I ruin the original picture, and it feels like I shouldn't be doing that. But you know, the point of repurposing is to repurpose. You can't have war without war. I think perhaps this is a good idea. But I do struggle with it. I tend to want to keep, if I find a beautiful picture in a book that I want to use and repurpose, I tend to want to use it as it is, and for the whole picture to still be visible, which isn't the point at all of this kind of crafting that I try to do. So, you know, I have to tell myself each time that, you know, you're trying to make something new out of this. What's the point of just smacking the picture down as it is? Well, you can do that, of course you can, but I'm trying to make something new. Something unique to me. And little bits like this can actually, because it's the right color palette, so you can put it down here, for example, to pick up the colors. What else did I have? The buds, yes, that's actually not bad. Maybe how do I it's like a puzzle, jigsaw puzzle. I don't know. How does it... I'm really scratching my head right now. No, it has to... Look. Just glue it down. Don't be afraid. Oh, this is so messy. Okay. So this, again, is not something I set out to do. I didn't cut that image with this in mind, to have a tiny strip down here in the corner. But that's kind of the happy accidents you wish for, isn't it? At least I do. Is this okay? I mean, do I use this one? No, it doesn't look as good. And this, I don't know. It's a bit, is it too busy? This, because there's a gap there. That's what you get when you don't plan for stuff. But that's also the point, so maybe just put a tiny piece here to get the color, the background color. There, and then glue this on top. Yes, why not? Yes, let's do it. How did I do it? Like that? Yes. And I mean, this doesn't have to be figurative, like you don't have to see that these are buds that go together with this. It's just that you get, as I said, the same colors down here. I think it gives some kind of balance to the picture, on the spread. And I might put something else on top to be a focal point here, but not right now. Actually, I wonder if maybe these strips, maybe I made them too like broad. Oh, this looks nice. Yeah. This I'm gonna use. And you wouldn't, I mean, can you find washi tape that looks like this? Probably not. Let's see. So I want more space up here to write, so I'm going to put it like that, I think. Or maybe in the middle. Yeah, in the middle. Middle is better. Okay. So you see, you start with a heap of just random stuff in the right color scheme or theme or whatever. And then things just start happening. Well, you already know this. If you're watching videos like this, you already know this. But I'm just hoping to inspire someone who hadn't thought of using old secondhand books for this kind of thing. So, do I have another piece for the other side? That's kind of the question right now. I mean, I could use this and but I'm not sure if I want to. Let's see what I have, because this was so, these the color of these what are they called, like that, maybe this one or this one, because you can see the same kind of, yes. And you know, these small pangs of happiness that I experience when I find the right piece, they don't happen with washi tape. Well, they can happen with washi tape. I'm not going to lie, but it's more fun when you sort of solve a problem. Sometimes you do solve a problem with washi tape because it sort of finishes off a page, but much of the time it's sort of, you know, it's pre-made. Someone made it to be beautiful. So if you put it on a page and it looks beautiful, that's kind of the point, and you didn't do that. You just put it there. Someone else designed it with that in mind. Just going to glue this one back because I ripped it off. Never mind. Maybe, I mean, this one should have been a bit narrower, but I think it's okay. Now I'm starting to think that I should change what's on this side. Just checking, you know. This is nice as well. I can use it for another spread. Maybe this one. Does it go the whole way? Almost. Okay. maybe like that. This is nice because you get this kind of motion from the tassel or whatever it is. I think it is. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I say that a lot. I don't know. Look, I mean, this isn't... It looks a bit unfinished. This side looks good. This looks as if... should I maybe cut off this lower bit? Or just fold it up like this to create a border from the image that was on the other side of the book page. That actually doesn't look that bad. I might keep it like that. I'll have to think about it. Okay, let's do something different. I've done 2 reflections pages. Oh, I haven't glued this down. And this back page, this one, is for whatever stood out, the highlights of the month, things that mattered during March. So on one side I'll write about those things, and on the other side I have this image to just, you know, add a good vibe to the spread. Oops. Because since I leaf back here to add my highlights, I like to see something nice while I work. In my February book I had, let's see, just checking to see that there are no secrets here, but there aren't. So these are my February highlights, and this is the image I chose to go with that. Some kind of tapestry. And yes, I can see that this isn't cut straight, so maybe I should do something about that. Awesome. Okay, what else? And shall I couple hell? This is bugging me. So these pages are for memory keeping. It's right after my planning section and my trackers. And I, let's see, yeah, I put like a fashion drawing there, and I draw these like a weekly. And yeah, so the whole spread, each spread is for 1 week. So what do I have? Let's see, I have to stand up to see into my box. Here are my ladies that I can choose from this month. Oh, and I have this one as well from a different book. So, I have to have this somewhere. Oh, it's from a children's book that I used to love as a child. So, these images are from a book about fashion drawing. You know, for people who want to learn how to draw fashion or do fashion illustrations. This is really big. Do I want to use it? Maybe, but not there. That might work. So I need 5 of these because I have 5 weeks. I think that one was actually the best, because these irregularities sort of pick up this stuff. That's from the book. So let's see, it's already cut off to fit a page up there. I mean, I like her as well, but I've already cut into her arm there, so can't use that one. Let's see, what else? I have this one. Where might she fit? Not there. Maybe there. These colors, I mean, I think I used some highlighters that really, they're like neon. I'm gonna cut up this image to see, because all this white makes me not see where she fits. So why do I use these ladies? Well, I have been so inspired by Monique Smith, who has a channel, a planner channel on YouTube, and she uses, like, I think she calls them dolls or something, or girls, stickers with girls on them. Like, they're kind of fashion images because they have, like, they look cool and they're dressed well and they have sunglasses and stuff. And then I thought, you know, I have this big book that I bought secondhand, again, with fashion illustrations, and why don't I use that to just get, it's not that I want to copy her, although she doesn't mind, but I want to get the same vibe as when I'm watching her videos, because they inspire me to actually use my book. So I want to transfer this to my actual book. That feeling. So yeah, this might work, but she's a bit subdued in her colouring here. Maybe this one. It's so bright. I didn't think about that when I did this. But maybe this one is, maybe it pops enough. Let's just check to see that I don't prefer the back here. I mean, I don't like this silhouette at all, but I like the color. So I don't know. How about this one? I don't really like this silhouette either, because she looks like a hay sack, to be quite honest. But I like the color again, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, if it fits, because this might, again, be bright enough to not be sort of dwarfed by the neon background. I'm so delighted to be back on my feet. I've been sick for 2 weeks, and you know, just being able to do something other than lying in bed and not even watching movies or anything, because you know, when you're too tired to even do that, and you just need to sort of kill time, because the only thing that will get you out of your cold or COVID or whatever it was is time and rest, and it's so boring. I like to do stuff, and I haven't been able to do stuff for 2 weeks, and oh god, it really bugs me. So now that I can do this and film and all that stuff, it really, oh yeah, look, yes, I think she will fit this page very well. You know, I'm just happy to be doing this kind of stuff and not feeling after a few minutes that, you know, I'm not really up to this, and I can't. What am I destroying? No, never mind. So, yay for getting better. I'm not entirely well. I do still cough, but I went for a walk today and it was fine. It's really, there's a lot of paper to handle. I feel like I'm trying to hurry up so you don't have to watch me cut for ages. Then again, you might be crafting or planning at the same time that you watch this, because that's the kind of thing I do. Or you might be exercising, which I also do while I watch videos like this. So I shouldn't feel bad. But it does feel a bit weird to be filming yourself cutting out images from a book. Like, who is interested in that? But there is a market for everything, I know that. And I mean, I might even not speak at all and just make an ASMR video out of the paper sounds. That's, I mean, that's one of the joys of YouTube and the internet in general, to learn about all these things that exist and all these interests and just ways that you can be as a human being. I think it's fascinating. The things that exist, the things people make. It's lovely. And sometimes, you know, perplexing, depending on what it is. So, yes, she is going in here. I mean, she has a summer dress on, so it's not really March, is it? But for me, yeah, I mean, it works. Make it work. So this really fits the more neon type pages. I mean, I'm not going to cut all of these out. This is the last one, I promise. So I'm going to glue them in, make my weekly memory pages, spreads, and then move on to something else. And again, as I said, you can find ladies like this ready-made as stickers or bookmarks, but it's such a feeling of satisfaction and like a win to find something that looks good, that wasn't intended for whatever you're using it for. Oh, maybe use two, because they're so slim. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's really satisfying to find the right fit, to find what looks good on a page that is all you. It's not, I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. But you didn't buy it that way. To be used that way. Alright, so we have these for that page. This page, or maybe here. No, I like it better there. Why? I should be telling you why, to explain my process. I don't know, it's something about the ribbons or the way she looks at you or the camera, as it were, that makes me think it just looks better. I don't know, I'm not a designer. I can't explain these things. Maybe I'm wrong, even. But I do strive for some kind of balance in my spreads. I try to make it look good. I don't know all the rules for making it look good, but some of them I've sort of intuitively found. You know, if I put something up here, I should put something down here. I like that. So that's what I try to go for. Should the whole ribbon here be visible, so I should move her in? Maybe. Hurry, hurry. I'm not sure. No, it looks a bit too centered. That's why I put her over there to begin with. So I should have gone with my gut feeling. I mean, yeah. Sometimes I really do like have intuition for these things, and I can't explain. I mean, it seems like the wrong choice, but then when I change it, I see that it wasn't. So I guess my advice is to at least ask yourself why you thought something looked good, or why, because there might be a reason and not just whatever. Away her feet go. Oh, this doesn't stick. There we go. When you glue things down messily like this, you get all sorts of problems. But one problem is that you get glue on the page, and that makes it hard to write on top of the glue. It's a small problem, but just be aware that that happens. Let's see, what did I have? I had her. And oh yes, and this is from another book. This is from a fashion book with actual photos, mainly. But there are some images, like this one, that are... Oh, I'm sorry, now I'm cutting again, even though I said I wouldn't. You can't trust me. But this one is different, and it's so much... I mean, it feels like such a perfect reflection of the theme, because her dress looks like what is like a cake. And it's pink. I don't like her face much, so I might actually put that, I might cut it off. We'll see how it looks. But yeah, the dress looks like something you could eat, like something with jam and cream and stuff. In Sweden we have something, it's called a princess cake. That sounds really stupid, but it's a really common dessert or treat that they've got in all the cafes. And it's made with, it's like a sponge cake with jam and whipped cream, and then it's covered with a layer of marzipan. And it mainly tastes of sweet cream. It's really sweet. But yeah, it feels very Swedish. It's like very symbolic and very common, and I actually like it as well, even though, I mean, it also tastes of preservatives if you buy it, which you do because you don't want the hassle of, you know, working with a layer of marzipan. She doesn't fit here, I think. I'll keep her on the back burner. What did I... Yes, this one. Let's see. I don't know, should I really cover up this much of the page? Not sure. Maybe I should wait and make the decision later. Yeah, I think I will. This looks nice as well. But, you know, this covers up too little. There's too much room to write. So, I don't know. This looks nice as well. So... she's a bit weird. I'm not sure I like her. No, I'm gonna put this down. Because she does pick up the more neon areas, and it looks good. Well, not that far to the left. There, that's better. And then I can use either washi tape or one of these strips or other strips that are more like pink, like her. Right. So as I said, 5 weeks in March, so I have a 5-week tracker that starts on the 28th of February. I'm just gonna write that in. 28th, Wednesday, what, Monday? Oh, that looks really good, doesn't it? Completely. Ugh. Anyway, and ends on the 3rd of April. So it starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday. That's what makes the monthly book system work. Because if you want a book per month and you change books in the middle of a week, and you're like me, so your weeklies are your workhorse, then you have to change books in the middle of a week, and that's really bad. It doesn't work at all. So when I realized through watching Monique Smith that I could do it like this instead, it was really, yeah, it really solved a lot of problems for me. I don't know where this goes. Maybe I should cut it up and only have... No, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I don't know. I'll do that later. So I didn't accomplish much, even though I've been sitting here forever. But you got a taste of my thinking process, and I think I'm gonna stop now. Just glue the edge bit down. But this is how I prep a new book. So my reflection pages, I have quite a lot of embellishments. My development pages, where I write about like my health problems and energy levels and stuff, I don't I only embellish by doing some kind of border, but the rest of it is writing. And my daily doodles are also, well, I use the occasional sticker, I embellish the margins, but then I mostly write about stuff like what films we watched, what food we ate and stuff. So I don't embellish these sections beforehand. If the fancy takes me, I might as I work through the book. But yes, to the reflection section, that's one that I prepare beforehand, and also the random journaling section in the back. Oh yes, why not put some bookmarks down, just to show you how that would look. I start by putting washi tape or these strips from books, and then I add bookmarks. Let's see, this one should fit somewhere. That looks good. Yes, and this, I mean, what I go for, as I said, March is candy, so this really shiny gold, and the pink and the flowers together, they sort of give the impression of chocolate box or individually wrapped candies of some kind, sweets I should say, the British word, to go with my accent, and this together, this just gives me the impression of that. So that's what I try to accomplish when I choose my bookmarks. I didn't pick out a lot of bookmarks, so maybe this could work, maybe not. Let's have, oops, what happened there? I'm destroying my box. Well, I'm sorry, maybe I wasn't quite done. Let's find some flowers. These flowers, yes, perfect. And her. And this one, perfect. Oh, here's another lady. Her I want to use. That one. And that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. All right. So I have actual bookmarks and I have photographed bookmarks from a book about love, I think, or roses. Roses Are Red, it's called. Just filled with quotes and stuff. Ooh. And these images that really, I mean, it's like striking gold to find a book like this. And I don't really care for the format, quotes, like these cute little books with quotes and like wisdom, like phrases about how you should live or whatever. I don't like the original idea, but I I love that they make these books so that I can cut them up and destroy them and use them for my own projects. And I mean, someone hated it enough to give it to a charity, and I bought it from them. So it's recycling, it's charity, it's all good things. I know that cutting up books is controversial, and I get why. I mean, I don't agree necessarily with destroying books. This is thorny territory. Like, books carry ideas, and you shouldn't maybe erase those ideas. That's very dangerous. But there are a lot of books that would end up in landfills instead if nobody rescued them. So I'm thinking, you know, that's what I'm doing. I'm lying to myself. That's what I'm doing. Oh, this would look good. No, or this, or this. I don't know, but it will fit somewhere. Maybe. Oh. I just go quiet because I love it. It's a bit too big. It's always a bit too big. The big luscious things, and then they don't fit on the page. Ooh, yes, but what do, should I, is it better over here? I don't think so. Maybe there. I mean, I can write here, or here, if I just write, it could work, it could work. But I think this, it makes the most sense. And then I'll write whatever inspired me there. The title of it, it's, I mean, yeah. Make a decision, for God's sake. I wonder if anyone will watch this video. If anyone has made it this far, please comment. My videos tend to be long and chatty and rambly. So I'm not sure they have found their right audience yet, you know, the people who maybe craft along and don't mind long videos. This is kind of in the same area, color palette, so, but I do think it needs something behind it to make it bigger. I don't know. Maybe one of these strips. Yes, maybe. Ooh, ooh! Look at that. It's the same color as. Ah. Now we're talking. How do I do this? I like the what is it called? Spindle. So I want that to be visible, and let's see. I have no idea what time it is, but that's the beauty of crafting and playing with your planner, when time just ceases to exist. That's a goal with all your hobbies, I guess, perhaps, or am I talking out of my arse? Here is another spindle, if that's what it's called. So I might, or maybe the same one. It's probably the same one that I've just cut up. So this is how I build up a page, because something will go on top of these. Lots of glue. Maybe this one. Yeah, maybe. Do I have more of that? This could have gone behind the rose. Perhaps, but it doesn't. I'm not sure, not sure. Looking for strips that have the same dark red as over here. I mean, there should be more of that somewhere, or maybe I used it up already. Too bad. That's too much. So maybe I'm just going to look through, because this, I mean, it does fit with the colors, but it's a slightly different style of illustration that makes it sort of, yeah, not quite fit. Maybe this one. This is more the same kind of painting or whatever it is. Oh, it's the same one. It's the same one. But is that too much? Let's see. So excited. Maybe it becomes sort of ridiculous if you have the exact same image. But it might also be the bee's knees. I don't remember what video I was watching. It wasn't Monique Smith this time. It was some kind of art journaler who said that if you don't like a page, keep adding stuff. Which is quite true in my case. If you sort of mess a page up, you can cover whatever you don't like, you can add layers, and suddenly it can start looking more cohesive. But there's often a point in my process where I just, I hate my page. So you just have to soldier through that feeling. Okay, it's really, really similar. I mean, it's the same flower, so it does look a bit weird to have the exact same one. No matter how excited I got to begin with. I'm not sure about... This one is kind of small. Maybe I do... Maybe I should use that one, after all. I will put paper clip here and decide at a later date. There. So what was I really doing? Oh, I was going to glue things back here when I got sidetracked. Ooh, this makes me think about candy. But maybe there's a better spot for it. No. Maybe here, or here, or here. How do I decide? I don't know. Oh, here, perhaps. This is a lovely page. Look at that. 2 different washi tapes, and it just screams candy to me. So maybe not muck it up with a flower. Or does it add anything? No, it covers up too much. So maybe something else like that one. Yeah. And we have like these and this and another ballerina that could, no. She should be over there, and maybe not. I don't know. But it's okay that it takes time because it's a hobby. I mean, it's supposed to kill time. So I shouldn't, feel bad about that. Maybe here. Yeah, I like that. And something on the other side, maybe a bird. No, that's too much. What about, or maybe, she muttered. I'm really muttering a lot to myself. There's a letter there, so this would make sense. The actual epistle down here. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm losing my streak. Maybe I should take a break now. Yeah, it's not fun anymore, so that's when you should stop. But I did some pages, so yes, back in the box with everything. Let your ideas simmer, so when you come back to your pages that you've started, you can see clearer what they lack and stuff. So that's it for tonight. I hope that wasn't too boring.